Now, the most explosive personality in political history in his most explosive ever TV interview. The former leader of the free world, quite possibly the next leader of the free world. Loved and loathed, revered and feared, but never ignored, and now completely uncensored. In the next hour, President Donald J. Trump blows the roof off the biggest issues in the world today, and he nearly blows my head off too. You think I'm a fool?
I do now, yeah.
Nothing is off limits. Trump reveals what he told Putin about invading Ukraine.
I threatened him like he has never been threatened before.
His damning verdict on President Biden.
If it's you against Joe Biden, if you win the Republican nomination again, and he runs again, would you beat him?
I believe right now, anybody, I think you could beat him right now.
His thoughts on those renegade royals.
I think poor Harry is being led around by his nose, and I think he's an embarrassment.
And the big question, whether he'll run again for president in 2024.
I think people are going to be happy. You might even be happy.
He even gave his thoughts on me walking off a certain TV show.
I thought you overreacted, by the way.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
I mean, the guy was a stiff.
Well, he's not wrong. I've known Donald Trump for 15 years. I consider him to be a good friend, albeit one with as many flaws as qualities. We go back a long way to when I appeared in a Celebrity Apprentice TV show in 2008, and I did, well, modestly speaking, rather well.
Piers, you're a vicious guy. I've seen it. We can try and dispute it. You can try and dispute it. You're tough. You're smart. You're probably brilliant. I'm not sure. You're certainly not diplomatic, but you did an amazing job and you beat the hell out of everybody. Piers, you're the Celebrity Apprentice.
I've interviewed him dozens of times since then, including on 3 occasions since he won the presidency. We generally get on pretty well, mutual respect, even a touch of affection. But this time was very different. Minutes before our interview at Trump's estate and home in Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach in Florida, a truly dramatic moment. Trump was sent this dossier, this is the actual thing, of the worst things I'd said about him in the 2 years since his dire handling of the coronavirus pandemic, and even more dire refusal to accept losing the 2020 election, which sparked a deadly riot at the US Capitol. The dossier was sent to Trump by a treacherous little weasel called Nigel, working for a little watch TV network somewhere in the UK, in an attempt to sabotage this interview. A sneaky plot that was to spectacularly backfire. These are just some of those quotes, and keep in mind that he summons me to his office and read them to me very slowly with increasing menace in his eyes. Trump's a supreme narcissist. His pathetic antics have been utterly contemptible. He's now acting like a mafia mob boss. President Trump needs to be removed from office. Now, to be clear, I meant what I said at the time, and I stand by it all now. But understandably, Trump was angry, furious, in fact. He cursed me as he read those quotes out and repeatedly threatened to cancel the interview. It was a bit like being back in the old Apprentice boardroom, moments away from possibly being fired. He shouted at me, "I thought we were friends. This is so disloyal. Why would you say all this about me?" So I told him, "I'm just being brutally honest." "Dishonest," he snapped, as he was to do again later. It was tense. It was touch and go. But he finally did agree to do the interview, and he didn't hold back. But then neither did I. He'd agreed to 20 minutes. We ended up going toe-to-toe for more than 70. And from the moment we sat down, I knew this would be the most explosive Trump interview I'd ever done.